Traveling Introvert. Today I'm going to talk about give you a little slice of something that I talk about very often in front of other professional groups. That's podcasting, surprise, surprise. And the reason I talk about it, and this little snippet, is I feel like almost every business should have a podcast. And every business? I hear you cry. Yes. And this is the reason why. There's many reasons. One of the reasons is accessibility. And so a podcast doesn't have to be a podcast in the traditional sense that you are listening to right now. A podcast could simply be having your blog and having an audio version of your blog so that people can listen to it rather than read it. It's about accessibility. But other reasons why all businesses should have some form of a podcast is a lot of people have smart speakers in their house, especially in the United States. And so smart speakers are evolving. Now you get families listening to podcasts. The elderly who can't press buttons, they can now just talk to their smart speaker and say, I would like to listen to blah, 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 blah. And the smart speaker will play it for them. It's a great one-on-one medium. There's nothing like feeling that you have that personal connection with the podcaster that you are listening to. They're in your ears, they're in your head. It's very, very personal. And in this day and age right now, we are not doing a lot of in-person stuff. Getting to reach your clients and your potential customers personally is great. It's not necessarily better than being in person, but it is an actual other way to get in there. Gives people a look behind the scenes of what you're doing and what you're talking about, and it gives them a real insight into what it might be like to work with you. If you have a service business. But even not just that, it could be, what your thoughts are, what your ethics are, what you stand for and you believe in. It's all really important. There are definitely companies that I refuse to work with because I do not like the ethics or the way that they do things. And so having a podcast is a different way to get that information. Or you can use it to highlight your clients. You can use it to highlight your customers and give win stories. Everyone needs a little cheering up right now. So why not bolster other people? But one thing that I have seen that has been amazing is some podcasts create resources for other people. So they become a resource hub. And so not only do they have the podcast, but then you can download PDFs and worksheets and things to go and work on whatever it is that they're talking about. And so they could be a resource hub on travel. They could be a resource hub on working from home, whatever it might be. They are the go-to place to do that thing. Another thing could be, it could drive forward your mission. If your mission is to feed 50 people a week, or show 50 people how to do X, Y, and Z, or be financially accurate, or do their taxes, or whatever it might be, this is a great way to reach more people that aren't in your sphere and your circle. Another website that I've seen that has used podcasting in a really unique way, well, until I tell everyone now, is it's a service provider, and you can work one-on-one with her as a business coach. You can do a group program with her, or she has this DIY section. And the DIY section is literally a podcast embedded in her website. I don't know if it's available anywhere else. And it's embedded in her website. And so she walks you through sort of working with her, but because it's very general, it's not tailored as it would be if you were working with her one-on-one. But it gives you a great idea of the things you could learn and what it's like working with her, but kind of for free. It's wonderful. So there are so many different ways that you can use a podcast. You can use it to tell stories. You have a book, make a podcast out of it. Reading stories to kids has been used as a podcast. There are so many different things that you can do. Someone did stories from chefs. While they were making the food, they could tell you the story behind the thing that they were making. Wonderful thing. And then they could turn it into a magazine, and then you can do other things with it. But all businesses should have audio available in some way, shape, or form for people to consume content about either them, their clients, their mission, their products, anything of that nature, their processes. And yeah, that is what I think is really helpful, especially now. So, are you going to go and start a podcast? Do you want to know how to do that? You can contact me. But thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at janice@thecareerintrovert.com or anything you want me to cover on the podcast. Thanks for listening and have a great rest of your week.